Now, you guys know me. I'm the type of person that feels like two adults fighting is two adults fighting. Male, woman, doesn't matter. I stay out of shit like that. That's y'all's business. I don't get involved in domestics. Never have, never will. I feel like, look, man, it's a thin line between love and hate. Two people will fight. It just kind of is what it is. However, there are lines that I draw. When one is pregnant, that's not the same thing. Because there's an innocent baby. For the same reason I hate abortion, the same reason I have to speak out on this one. When a woman is pregnant, that's not just that broad. There's clearly an innocent being inside of her. And with that being the case, whenever you hear about a domestic dispute, when it comes to shit like that, it's heartbreaking. Even worse is when the brother of the dude in jail for the abuse comes back to kill the broad. I'm thejbgunner. This is Crime Time. Let's get into it.
Bring it back.
What's going on, everybody? As you guys know, I'm thejbgunner, and this is Crime Time. Now, before we get started, let me first and foremost say thank you to everybody that supports the channel. Hell, any of my channels, regardless of platform and regardless of method you choose, whether it's Cash App, Patreon, PayPal, memberships, I couldn't do it each and every day as often as I do for the last 18 years if it wasn't for you. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. And if you too find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. I know a lot of people typically only donate during live streams, but if you want me to start coming over here more often, as I'm starting to do, maybe even bring back the live streams, one way to do that is to support the channel. You can also find some of my other content down there. I do have a politics channel, news channel, live stream channel where I do live stream every day, gaming channel, all that good stuff, wrestling channel. I got it all, man. Go check it out. And then see what else you may like. But let's go ahead and jump into this story today. I'm not going to take up too much of your guys' time. A brave pregnant woman, age 25, who tried to flee the clutches of domestic abuser boyfriend by having him jailed, meets horrific fate at hands of his vengeful relative. This is normally, I'm just going to be honest with you, whenever I hear stories like this, and like I said, I believe whenever I hear of a domestic dispute, I don't know who's in the right, who's in the wrong. Usually it's just two adults fighting, and usually the couple gets back together anyway. The chick doesn't show up to court. They end up fucking. It is what it is. So I typically stay away from all domestic things because I don't really. I've been in there myself, bro. I've been in there myself. So, like, to me, I have a certain stance and position on them, and so, like, I don't have a lot of empathy or sympathy for these types of cases. However, like I said in the intro, I do have my lines. I do have my standards. I do have my, my lines in the sand, if you will. And this is one of those things. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into it. A pregnant woman was found stabbed to death in her apartment while her husband was in custody for allegedly assaulting her. And the man's brother is now the primary suspect. Brianna Welsh, age 25, youngster, was found dead at the residence in Lynn, Massachusetts last Wednesday, a day after she called cops to report that her live-in boyfriend had punched her in the stomach. Look, man, if your girlfriend's pregnant, your wife's pregnant, and you're punching her in the stomach, in my opinion, and I just want to say this, because I believe abortion is murder, period. I believe the women that have abortion should be charged with murder and face the death penalty. No joke. If you kill your baby, I don't believe you have the right to live on this earth anymore. And if you're watching me and you've done it, I hope you don't make it through the evening. However, whenever someone assaults a pregnant woman, I believe that should be called attempted murder. I do not believe this dude should. I believe this dude that assaulted her, punched her in the stomach while she was pregnant, should do no less than 20 years. That's my belief. Now, that's not what's going to happen, but that's my belief. It depends on whether he had his brother do this. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. That revelation was offered up in court on Thursday, Assistant District Attorney Kate McDougal, along with the fact that Welsh had been pregnant with Brandon's baby. His brother Zachary was there as well, after a probe deemed him the primary suspect. The 26-year-old had been living with Welsh and his younger brother in the apartment. This is why you never let people live with you when you're a married couple, but that's how young people are. They like to get fucked up together and all this bullshit. It's a dangerous, and stupid thing, just to be honest. But let's continue. Had been living with them in the apartment, and now he's charged with murder and assault and battery with a dangerous weapon in connection with the apparent stabbing. Welsh was found with multiple sharp force injuries, and her family requested a welfare check after not hearing from her, leading cops to cuff Zachary. His 24-year-old brother has been cleared of any wrongdoings relating to the murder. The guy that was in jail, I assume he's talking about. That's Brianna Welsh right there. Brendan Vozella, age 24. That's the scumbag that punched her in the stomach, because you can tell by looking at him, he's a complete fucking pussy, little frail pussy. It is what it is. He was arrested that day and is believed to be incarcerated when the murder occurred. The tragic violence that has taken the life of Brianna Welsh and her unborn child has created an unbearable loss for her family, Essex County DA Paul Tucker in a statement Thursday. While their loss cannot be repaired or remedied, I hope that our efforts to seek justice on her behalf assures them that we in the community support them. Earlier in the day, Zachary pleaded not guilty and was ordered held without bail until his next hearing, which is slated for September. A day earlier, the day Welsh was killed, his brother was arraigned on charges of assault and battery on a pregnant woman and assault and battery on a family member. His day in court came Tuesday, although the outcome of that hearing remains unclear. He could be out right now. Zachary was also present at the time of the alleged assault. Police wrote in the arrest, writing that he was homeless because he's sack of shit, broke. I hate you bums, you dudes that's out there homeless, and you got to live off some bitch, or you got to live off people, or you live off you guys are sacks of shit. You guys are complete losers, period. Police wrote an arrest report, writing that he was homeless and had been living with the couple for the past few months. I guess getting a job wasn't an option, huh? After allegedly being punched, Welsh went to Salem Hospital, telling the police she was 3 months pregnant and wanted to get checked out. She made it back to her building at 6:15 per key fob data showed. Let's see here. Information extracted by the electronic device further revealed how the door was opened from the inside at 8:06 p.m. before being locked from the outside 10 minutes later. The door would not open again until maintenance workers administered the welfare check more than 12 hours later. During that span, Brandon was released from his incarceration, the initial guy, but never returned to the apartment, cops wrote. Well, more than likely, he had a no-contact order. That's usually what happens with domestics. Upon being interviewed that day, Zachary told investigators he had not seen Welsh since she left for the hospital, that he had been at Dunkin' Donuts on Tuesday from 4 to 7. He was drinking coffee for 3 hours, motherfucker. Cops found that to be false, with video from the establishment not showing him there at that time. Yeah, it doesn't make no sense. I don't know anybody that goes and drinks coffee at the donut shop for 3 hours. No dude, anyway. He later owned up to being at the apartment on Tuesday between 2:30 and 8:30, cops said, revealing how the suspect claimed Welsh was not there at all during that time. He instead said that around 8:30 p.m. he left with a duffel bag and backpack to take an Uber to another apartment where he planned to stay. Surveillance footage secured by police, however, showed him carrying much more than that. 2 backpacks, a duffel bag, a trash bag, a smaller plastic bag, police wrote. Wild shit, huh? When cops proceeded to search the residence where he claimed he stayed, they found a trash bag containing a paper bag with a bloody kitchen knife, one that matched the set of cutlery kept at Welsh's and his brother's apartment. Others also found a pair of shorts, a sock stained with dried blood, along with the 2 key fobs assigned to Welsh's apartment. Investigators went to air their belief that Welsh was killed while her boyfriend was in police custody. So the body wasn't there? That's wild as shit, right? Let's check it out. Maybe there's more information here.
On a murder investigation that we have been following, a Stoneham man is now charged with killing his brother's pregnant girlfriend. Police say this happened at an apartment the couple shared in Lynn. NBC 10's John Maroney joining us live from outside court with details on his arraignment. John?
Colton, Lynn police moved quickly to make this arrest, and tonight the suspect is behind bars, charged with murder.
You're charged with murder and assault and battery with a dangerous weapon.
26-year-old Zachary Vozella is accused of stabbing his brother's pregnant girlfriend to death. We spoke with one of Brianna Welch's former teachers.
She was good to people. She was just
I got to go back and read the article again. Did they say they found the body there?
really good.
Or no?
Good person.
The 25-year-old woman was found dead inside
Oh, yeah,
her
she was
apartment
found dead.
Wednesday after her mother requested a well-being check. A police report indicates she was 3 months pregnant. The day before she died, she called 911 to report her boyfriend and the defendant's brother punched her in the stomach.
Damn!
Brendan Vozella was detained and his girlfriend went to the hospital.
Initially, the defendant gave in a statement that he had been at the Dunkin' Donuts on Market Street all day on Tuesday. Police reviewed video footage from the Dunkin' Donuts and determined that was not true.
Prosecutors say Vozella was homeless and had been living with the couple. He told
Loser,
police he
loser,
was
bum,
alone at the
motherfucker.
apartment with his brother's girlfriend when she came home from the hospital. He says he had relocated to this building in Lynn, where investigators say they found a knife that tested positive for blood.
What a dummy.
His attorney says
You led
he's
him
innocent.
First of all, you led the motherfuckers. You led the motherfuckers to the murder. You know how stupid. Remember the other day I was talking about motherfuckers were dumb for telling on themselves? You know how dumb you have to be to lead the police to the murder weapon, you dummy? That's why you're homeless. That's why you're jobless, because you're dumb. You're a bum. You led the police to the goddamn murder weapon. You got to be one of the dumbest criminals. You might as well turn yourself into a Tyrone. I've never seen a motherfucker this dumb.
They are serious allegations. Murder at 27 years old.
Never seen a motherfucker this dumb.
Brianna Welch and her boyfriend had been together for about 2 years. She grew up on the Cape, where she was well liked.
I'm just choosing to remember her as
That's a
good
dumb
kind
motherfucker.
spirit that just, loved people.
And that's a fat
just
motherfucker.
wanted to be loved herself.
Now, not guilty pleas were entered on behalf of the defendant in
Goddamn.
court this morning. He was ordered held without bail and will be back in court next month. We're live in Lynn. John Maroney, NBC 10 Boston.
Oh man. All kinds of fuckery going on, right? Look, man. Obviously, he's too fucking stupid to get away with it, so he's going to be found guilty. I don't think that's a question. He led him straight to the murder weapon. And clearly there's surveillance and key fob data. Look, man, clearly he's going to be the guy. He's got to be the dumbest motherfucker in the world to do this while the actual boyfriend is locked up. And so now the only question is did the boyfriend have him do it? I don't think so. I think the motherfucker did it on his own. He feels like that kind of dummy. Maybe he was worried that the boyfriend his brother was going to get put out. That's probably what happened. He's homeless, so he probably was worried that the boyfriend, his brother was going to get put out, and he's like, shit, now where am I going to stay? You would have had better luck trying to fuck the big bitch, to be honest. You didn't have to kill her. You could have just snugged on in there and told her how beautiful she was and how pretty, how fat, P-H-A-T, pretty, hot, and tempting she was. Big bitches fall for that shit all the time. You could have done that easily. But instead, you decided to kill her and the fucking baby. And if that's the case, you need to give him 2 murders. He needs to be charged with 2 murders. But it's Massachusetts, so it probably won't. Liberal sack of shit up there. But anyways, guys, no, this is why it's dangerous, man. Having extra people live with you and, oh man, it's all dangerous. Young people do young shit, do dumb young shit. This is why, man, if you people just went off and went to college and did smart people shit, got a career, a lot of this shit would be subverted. It wouldn't have happened. It definitely wouldn't have happened if you wouldn't have had some bum in there sleeping on your couch. I'm just being dead honest. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this story. This is going to be a one and done, I would imagine, because, well, there's probably not much left to this other than him being found guilty. Unless the brother had something to do with it, maybe hinted it, but I don't think that's the case. He was off in jail. I don't believe he would have got out and I don't believe he had something to do with this, man. He looked little and frail and just was beating up chicks anyway. This guy, maybe he's something a little different. He's just full-fledged bum, scared that he wasn't going to get his next meal, probably. Let me know what you guys think. Guys, I'm thejbgunner. This is Crime Time. If you like what I do here and you find my content valuable, feel free to hit the links down below. Show your boys some love. Support the channel today. Also, look at some other content you'll find down there. Appreciate you guys. Peace out.